After 10 years of filming the wildlife in the North Burial Ground, I'd never seen coyote pups. I used to only see coyotes occasionally, but 2023 upended it all. I kind of knew the mom was pregnant and maybe had already had the pups, but here it is on May 8th, just before dark, and I got to see a bunch of the pups playing. A couple of days later, the mom is nursing pups right in front of the den. If you look at this in a big screen, you might actually see them. They're all underneath her, kind of messing around, but they're definitely suckling. A few days on, there's still all 7 pups around, and they're out playing. That drain pipe made an amazingly good den. I don't think it connects to anything, so it doesn't really get very wet in there. So, you know, it's pretty cool to be watching all the pups come out to play. At this point, the pups were so visible that everybody was coming out to watch them, and I think it was starting to get to the adults and get them really nervous. So they moved the den. I don't know where, but we didn't see any pups again for at least a month. And by that time, there were a lot fewer. You know, nobody knows what happened to all the pups, but you know, coyote pups, if they had 7 pups and they all lived, you know, it would overpopulate the state really quickly. So at this point, there's only a couple, maybe 3 pups, and that's the way it went all summer, where you get to see 2 of them. Another month later, and they're starting to travel by themselves a lot more. I think that one's near one of the places they eventually moved the den to. And here's one of the first times you see one of the pups away from any of the dens, all by itself. The adult male is a lot bigger than everybody else and has kind of funny ears, and the pups kind of have intermediate ears compared to the male and the female. Anyways, the male was just as affectionate with the pup and groomed them just as much as the female, at least in the video I got this year. Like any mammals that hunt a lot and use a lot of energy, coyotes do a lot of resting. Here, the mom coyote right there in the center is resting, and so is one of the pups, and now the other pup has come over and lay down. By this time, there were only 2 pups for sure, and I named them Thin White and Wide White, depending on the white markings on their face. You'd see the coyotes a lot, but you didn't see them every day, and sometimes you wouldn't see them for a few weeks. The male was lying down, the female went by, and then one of the best pictures I got of the pups, the 2 pups, Thin White and Wide White, were coming up the road. I think they saw me and stopped, trying to figure out what to do. Wide white is on the right there, thin white is on the left. And they just kind of looked at me for a while. And eventually they kind of moved on, and there's a little hill between me and where the pop is. And they kind of go off to the left there and go right by the adult male, and then just keep on going. One of the things I noticed is Coyote Pups seem to have as much trouble with their mom cleaning them as human kids do. I especially liked it watching them, like when they clean their ears, you know, the way a kid will like kind of recoil from it. Coyote Pups seem to do the same thing. But here we go. We've got the male with the pup, and we're going to end on this because we needed to keep it to 7 minutes for the video festival. But it's been such a great year watching the Coyote Pups.